How do you respond to the people that believe the beings known as Sasquatch are the Nephilim?
Hmm. You want to start
I'll
off on
start.
that one? Did you get that? Why don't you take over on this one?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good question. And I mean, there's a few ways you could go on that. As I wouldn't say that Sasquatch is the Nephilim, or I think that's a separate being. But some of the giants that did sort of turn back into caves or even into the mountains and forest, they might have like bear or fluffy, furry kind of clothing on for one. And if you saw something like that, your mind might perceive it as a Sasquatch. So I can kind of that would be one reason you could misinterpret that, especially if you literally bumped into that. Now, I love my hiking. I'm hiking forward the wood, and I see something like that suddenly, and it is dressed like that. You might just perceive it as Bigfoot and run. But I wouldn't say Bigfoot or Sasquatch. I wouldn't say Sasquatch. I would say is a different kind of being. It's like an interdimensional being, interfrequential. And then they're like caretakers or gardeners and of nature and stuff like that kind of consciousness. So that's why they're often found in the wild. If you ever see one at all, it's very, they're very, you think if you see one, they'd let you see them probably, But yeah, that's one perspective anyway, Scott. I don't know if you've got something else to add to that.
Well, yeah, the Native Americans, they had talked about seeing Bigfoot too. So, I mean, we have stories of all over and all over the United States. I mean, all over the world. I mean, we got Yetis, you've got Bigfoot. So, I mean, I think that, possibly, yeah, they possibly could have been part of the Nephilim. I mean, but yeah, like Brett said, I think that they're more, interdimensional beings and so forth because they're talked about, through different places, different countries. You have Native Americans that talked about them, and you have Native Americans that talked about Bigfoot being benevolent, and then you also have tribes that talked about that it wasn't so nice, and like he actually was talked about, being a stalker and killing in Native Americans and so forth. So yeah, that was a great question.